Hi, Trish, leadyourlifestyle.com, trishandchrisonline.com. Reached a milestone, day 40 of the 90-day journey. I was up at 6 a.m. this morning. I drank my bottle of water, meditation done. I've just finished my 40-minute walk, and I'm going to have my green juice and healthy breakfast. And so all action steps all ticked off for this morning, and I feel very motivated. It's a Monday morning, and compared to yesterday, I was slouching around on the lounge very late. I think I recorded my day 39 video at about 10 p.m. at night. I was putting it off. And it was a real contrast to the day before, where the internal dialogue in my head was just nagging me to just get out there and do that walk. Well, in a way, yesterday was the same thing. I could not have gone to bed without doing, day 39 video of the 90-day journey. So the internal dialogue is getting very strong. Habits are changing. So they're going from, sort of having to push yourself to now, your internal dialogue, your voice saying to you, you must do it. So something's changing, and we're at day 40 now. So, I think that once you do a habit long enough, 30 odd days now, I think it really starts to become or form a positive part of your psychology or your mindset. So just keep going. For those of you in this 90-day journey, just keep going, because it will be reinforced over and over the more you do it. So that's my share with regard to the journey. Today, I just wanted to be really open and honest with you about my, not transitioning, but my involvement with SFM, and why now it's such an important part of what I do every day, and why now it's become pretty much my primary focus. I've been building a primary business called Buying USA Real Estate Training, and that started 2008. And as a result of, most of you would know, 2008, 2009 was GFC, the global financial crisis, which caused incredible amounts of supply of empty foreclosed houses. And I was on a big learning trip. I'm based in Australia, so I live in Australia. But I was involved with a very big mastermind group, and predominantly real estate in America. And that was 2006. And it exposed me to a lot of opportunities and information and education and training around real estate. And the timing was so incredibly right, because I joined the mastermind in America 2006, gave me time to learn, educate myself, understand things in a new country, and take action in September of 2008 to start my own real estate investment business. And then it turned into, about 2 to 3 years later, turned into a consulting business, helping others to buy here in an environment where, there was so much supply around and so inexpensive, and yet the rental demand was high as well. So it was sort of a bit like the perfect storm. And it was just a perfect opportunity, but I knew that opportunity was going to be around for only between 48 month sort of window of opportunity, because of what was happening economically or financially around the world. And so I knew that it might not always be there. So I worked my business as if it wasn't going to always be there. And I really, really did, focus 110% on Buying USA Real Estate Training. And it was a consulting one-on-one. So if anyone in Australia felt that they would like to invest in a rental property here in America, then I would be that person. I would be that agent or that conduit for people to be able to do that. So open them up to which areas, open them up to team members, open them up to entity structuring, because that's an important part of the process. Asset protection is key. Tax plan, introduce people to the right people for tax planning. There's a whole system that goes around actually investing in another country. And I was that person to be able to, I still am. However, what's happened now is for Australians to buy here in America, all the conditions have changed, like I predicted. So the Australian dollar has weakened a lot against the American dollar. So, it's sitting at about 75 cents for every American dollar. So in other words, a house that, would have cost $40,000, all those years ago, is now up around 50,000, 55,000 once you do what you need to do to get tenants in it. So there is a big difference now for Australians to invest in these areas that I do invest in, the states that I invest. So GFC created unlimited supply of houses, but that's no longer the case. And what's happened is that prices are going up because supply is limited and demand is still out there, and it's still a very big investor demand, especially within America now. So the tables have turned. So investors from different states have found these areas and really want to invest here. But for Australians, it's really cooled off. And I think the financial economic environment in Australia at the moment, people are a little uncertain. They're a little unsure. When you've got the average cost of a house over there sitting at $1 million in Sydney, and wages haven't kept up, people are a little uncertain about what to do and whether to invest in real estate, and especially thousands of miles away. So that really has, slowed things down, slowed demand down from Australians. The banking regulations is another factor that's really contracted my market with respect to offering this opportunity to Australians as well. Banking regulations, it is incredibly tough to be able to even just open bank accounts now. You have to be physically present so that they see you. And finance, well, forget it. It's just a near on impossibility. Unless you have a social security number, you've got no chance of getting finance here. But that was, in the past, Australians were financing back home and sending the money across here, so it wasn't too much of an issue. But it was the bank accounts. They're really tightening up on foreign aliens opening accounts and making sure that they're present, and they have to go through a whole raft of questions, and you have to have so much paperwork in place before you can even open a bank account. So I think, what I'm wanting to do is just really share with you why now SFM. Why now? Because I feel like I'm moving into another cycle now. I feel like now, with Chris introducing this to me last year and us putting my Buying USA real estate training, putting it online as opposed to me always providing that one-on-one consulting service, it was just a really powerful enlightenment to see my business actually be capitalized in video content and training and actually placed and put online to a global audience. And that was my aha moment for me. I could see how consultants, I could see how small business owners, physical business owners could capitalize too from the SFM opportunity. So for me, being a lone ranger, that's what I would call myself in business, a lone ranger, pretty much wearing all the hats, doing all the things and really coordinating all the team members. You are operating in your own system, and you don't have the support or the system or the structure of a bigger organization around you. And so this was really, really appealing to me, as somebody that does business on their own. It's nice to have so much support, guidance, structure around what you're doing. It's brilliant. And that's really what has appealed to me with respect to this business, and the fact that I've shown and demonstrated how, as a consultant, that you can leverage yourself, your information, and how you do business. So I hope that's been helpful. I really wanted to just share with you why people move from one opportunity to another. And, because people would say, oh, well, she's a real estate investor, she owns properties, she's, providing those to Australians. You know, why would she want to transition, or not really transition, but also do SFM? And when you really hear about my journey, then it really does clarify why. It just makes sense. It's just a perfect fit for what I'm doing. And I will always invest. I will always invest in real estate, and I will always build my own personal portfolio, and I will of those of others. But I think that that market for me is changing. The demographics of that market is changing, and the people that will invest in this real estate is changing as well. So I'm just moving along with it currently, and really wanting to show to the world how being a digital marketer is so incredibly valuable. So I hope that all makes sense, and I hope that's been of value to some of you out there. And what's really triggered this for me is a video that Mitch White shared on the 90-day journey about his business ownership, and why he sees the value in the SFM business model. And apart from changing your lifestyle, it really puts us business owners into a place of taking our business to a whole nother level, and really capitalizing on all of the experience and skills and qualities that we've gathered as business owners along the way. So I want to share more of this with you, because also it's going to help me to get very, very clear around my why I want to be a digital marketer, and why I want to be involved with SFM. So yeah, it's a good share. Okay, so if you would like to go to our trishandchrisonline.com, or go to leadyourlifestyle.com, you can check out our blogs there. Also go to our YouTube channel, Trish and Chris, all one word, and press that subscribe button. That's my share for today, day 40, big milestone, and I'll check in with you tomorrow with day 41. Bye for now.